Chapter 20. The Basis of Christian Science. Christian Science is founded upon a belief in the reality and allness of God, the unreality and nothingness of matter, the spirituality of man and the universe, the omnipotence of good, and the impotence of evil. In living in accordance with this belief, man is forced to deny the existence of those things which his five senses continually assure him are in evidence everywhere else, evil and matter. It is true that matter is constantly undergoing a change and is therefore never permanent, but for the average man to believe that it does not exist requires the exercise of a faculty called faith, which means absolute confidence in a thought or theory without submitting it to reason. It is to faith that Christian scientists attribute their success in curing disease and evil habits. By denying the existence of disease or by refusing to recognize its existence, they remove all thoughts of it from their mind. If the thought of the disease does not exist in the mind, there can be no disease in the body, for as is the mind, so is the body. A thought precedes every action or change in matter. Therefore, health or disease must first exist in the form of thoughts before they can take shape in matter. Christian scientists say that disease and evil does not exist, except in the person's imagination. Imagination is another name for thought. To imagine a thing is to think it, and for the time create the condition in the brain. If believed in, it becomes a fact to the person and is recorded in his memory irrespective of the foundation or reason back of it. Many people have lived for years in the full belief of the existence of a condition that was eventually proven to have been based entirely upon a misunderstanding. It nevertheless was real to them for the time being. To believe that we are sick, we must first think we are sick. To think we are sick is to create the symptoms of the disease and eventually the disease. To believe that we are well is to create the conditions which make us well. To have faith is to believe in our thoughts or the thoughts of others as being infallible. It is immaterial what means are employed to encourage the thought. All that is necessary is that the thought can be of sufficient strength to make itself felt by the brain, and it will produce the condition. If we have confidence, faith in the condition, and continue to live in it, and permit no other thought to change it, it will rule our lives. If our thoughts create a condition that is wholly good, we will neither see nor know evil. If the condition created by our thoughts is of health, we will suffer no disease. Right thinking is the foundation of right living. It is as easy to give out thoughts of health and goodness as to give out thoughts of evil and disease. Christian scientists do not attain their success through faith as they suppose, but through the conditions created by the thoughts in which they have faith or confidence. Mentalism is the force that every Christian scientist uses in healing and in influencing people to accept their belief. It is evidence that it would require some very strong force to change the thoughts in the mind of man before he could believe in the non-existence of the matter with which his five senses tell him he is surrounded. That a man's thoughts can be so changed is proven by the fact that Christian Science has nearly 1 million adherents. Mentalism is the force that brings about the change of thought. By it, we can remove all evil from our lives and from the lives of others if we have their assistance and cooperation. The law of mentalism separates the truth from the errors in Christian Science and gives man a logical reason in which to believe. We do not deny the existence of evil and disease. but we recognize the ability of every man to eliminate and destroy them through mentalism. When once destroyed, they will no longer exist for him unless he allows his thoughts to again become diseased. The law of mentalism teaches man that he is largely responsible for his own evil and wholly responsible for the evil he influences in others. It encourages goodness and honesty by proving that truth and virtue automatically bring their own reward. The end.